Hey guys, what up, it's Ray here, and I don't know what the title of this video is going to be called, but today I'm going to tell you something that happened to me. It's with Ding Dong Ditching. If you don't know what Ding Dong Ditching is, it's basically where you go around the house at nights, you ring the doorbell, and you basically run and hide, you know, and, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Ding Dong Ditching is, but I just thought I'd tell you anyway. So, so here's how the story starts out. I contacted my friend, hey, can I come spend the night over at your house? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I go over to his house, alright? At his house. And this is during the weekend, so this is like Saturday. And at this time, I was 13. So yeah. But anyway, I go over to his house. He had a PS2. It was awesome. It was cool. And I brought over some games. We played it and stuff like that. And after a while, we got, I wouldn't say bored, but we kind of was like, what's new to do, So it wasn't boredom. It was just like we were looking for something new to do. So basically, after that had happened, you know, my friend's friend, because he had a friend of his that lived right next door to him, and he came over to the house and stuff like that because he was gonna come hang with us, and he's like, hey, let's go ding dong ditching. And at the time I didn't know what that was, so I was like, hey, what is that? So he's like, he told me what it was and stuff like that. I'm like, I've never done this, so I'll try it, but if I get in trouble, I'm never doing it again. So he's like, alright, alright, alright. So basically, the way my friend's house was laid out was there's a door, and as you like the front door was you opened up the front door, and then there were steps going up to there. It was like you open it up, and right there was steps on the right and steps on the left. Alright, you took the steps up to the right, and up there was his living room and kitchen and like his sister's room and stuff like that. And down the stairs on the left was the basement, which is where we were at. You go down the stairs on the left, and right there is a doorway, and you go through there, and there's the basement, alright? So, there's also another door that leads outside, straight from the basement. So, I was like, alright, let's go do this. So, we go ahead and head out the door. And the way we did this was we did this synchronized. And I'm not sure, if you guys know this, but basically, you know how Ding Dong Ditching, you're one group or it's one person, and you would run up there. It's mostly a group of 2 people or so, and you all three, like one dude would run up there and hit the doorbell and run back, and then you'd laugh and stuff after the dude got mad and stuff. Well, what we had done was we would do 3 houses at the same time, but it would be the houses right next to each other. So I sat at one doorbell, my friend sat at another, and his friend sat at another. And we'd go 3, 2, 1, and then we rang it and all run back to, to one place to see them all 3 come out at once. And it was just funny to see that 3 people were arguing, not arguing, but they were getting mad, and they didn't even notice that they were right next to each other and that they've been ding-dong ditched, in a line, basically, I guess you would say. And it was just funny because they were like, ah, bah, 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 just stuff like that. They were getting really pissed and stuff. It was really funny. But one of the doors, we were like, alright, let's try that. Let's not do a synchronized thing. Let's just do this, normal, see if it's fun or not. Because doing it, synchronized 3 people at once was really funny to see all 3 reactions. But, we basically one of us, we were like, all right, who's gonna do this house? And my friend's friend just stood up, and he's like, I got this. So he goes up there, and what had happened, I guess it was like 40 or 50, it was like 40 or like close to 30 degrees. So it was kind of like if there was any water, it kind of would freeze. So I guess, I'm not sure how, the water got on the sidewalk, but basically there was a sidewalk that led straight to their house, right? And basically you would have to where it would be like, stone or whatever, and it'd go up to the house, and there'd be a porch and stuff like that. So there was water there. So, it's supposed to go all planned. He hits the button and runs down the steps and runs, and then he slips on the water. Now, the water, keep in mind, it was very, very, very cold, I guess you would say, that day. So basically what had happened was he slipped on half basically like slushy type water, I guess you would say. I don't know, what consistency that is, but slushy kind. And the dude come out. We saw all three of us, me and my friend, rushed up there to get him and help him up and stuff like that because we didn't know if he'd been injured. We were taking it very seriously. And then I look at the door and I see the dude, like, because there were like glass things on the left and right hand side of the door, and you could barely see whatever was inside the house. So I see this dude going to open the door, and I'm like, guys, he's gonna spot us. So what we do is we run to the left and right side of the door. Alright, because there were bushes. Like, their house was, like, going up, and then there was a porch, and then on the side of the doors, there were bushes. So, me and my friends just, like, planted up against the freaking wall. The dude opened the door, was like, ah, yeah, 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 and freaking went and checked behind his car because he thought we were behind it. And we hid behind those bushes. He come back and closed the door, and we thought it was all cool. But what he did was he tricked us. We thought he had closed the door, but he cracked it open a little bit. And he saw us go on the run to the next house, and he freaking opened that door. And we didn't catch him at first, He opened that door, and I kind of looked back, I looked at the back at the door. I was like, gonna be like, man, that was a close one. And I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, guys, we got a problem. And they turned around and was like, oh, you know. And so I was like, we need to go. So we freaking started running, and the dude chased after us, but we thought, we went back to my friend's house, and he had a gate, so we closed the gate and stuff like that, made it look like no one was out there at night. And the guy was going from door to door to find out who it was, because he didn't see us and stuff like that. And we had jackets on at the time, so all he saw was the color of our jackets. So he come to the door of my friend's house, and we made it look like, because obviously if there's been ding dong dishing going around, and you're a kid around 13 or so, or you're a teenager and you're still awake, you might be a suspect. So what we did was we turned on his PS2 and made it look like we fell asleep while playing the game, like, say, if, I don't know, like, say in a car game like Forza, if you fall asleep while playing that game, you'll notice that, anyone can walk into the room and be like, he fell asleep during it, because you'll be crashed and you'll be passed out. You'll be like, you'll be asleep, So, basically, I forget what game it was, but we did that. And the dude knocked on the door. My friend's parents went to the door and was like, what do you want? Who is this? And, he's like, they've been ding-dong ditching my house. And I'm like, who are you talking about? And he's like, these kids that I saw, they ding-dong ditched my house. And he's like, there were 3 of them. And, they're like, alright. And the dude's like, do you have any kids here? And his mom and dad are like, yeah. And he's like, can I see them to see if it was them? So they lead him down to the basement. It's just like right there. You turn left, you go down, and it's right there. So you look in there, and basically pretty much we pretended like, we had fell asleep and it was all cool and stuff. So he looks at us and he's like, that's cool. So we thought we was cool, we thought we was good, and then the guy came back the next morning. Basically came back the next morning, and we were gonna go outside, so we went outside and we saw the dude, and the dude looked at us and we were like, he doesn't know it's us. But then he looked at us and was like, I know it was you guys. And we were like, we thought we were in huge trouble, so we just started flipping out and everything, like, what are we gonna do, what are we gonna do, where are we gonna go, and stuff like that. So he's like, I know it was you guys, and he starts laughing, and we're like, why are you laughing? And he's like, I used to do that, and, it's funny now and stuff like that, now that I remember when I used to do that. So, end of the result, we didn't get in trouble at all, and it was actually kind of fun, because, usually if you ding-dong ditch, people, you can get in trouble really bad with people who, are really mad and stuff like that. But this dude just kind of blew it off. So it was really cool. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, hit that like button. And I think if I am correct, we have a dislike bot. So there's a dislike bot, disliking my videos. I don't care. But anyway, thanks for watching. And if you guys want to hear more stories, I don't really have that much more. But yeah, if you do, let me know in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.